I work with marriage counseling quite a bit. I love marriage counseling. I've been married for 36 years, and my joke is that I've been through every developmental stage of marriage except for death, and I'm hoping to postpone that for a while. So I work with people, do a lot of premarital counseling, cohabitation counseling, early marriage, mid-marriage, anywhere from early when people are, whether they're cohabitating or they've decided to get married, maybe they're considering having a little one, to I worked with a couple in their late 80s who were going through kind of the end of life issues, and what that would mean. One was very frightened of being left alone, and when you've been married, they'd been together, I think, over 60 years. So it'd be like, lopping off your right arm or something to lose someone at that point. It's important to really address some of the family of origin concerns. When people always say, why are we having so many problems? It's just the two of us. Well, for me, it's the two of you and your parents behind you and their parents behind them, so you have all of these ways that parents and families for generations tend to run a lifestyle. So you have just that, you may have cultural issues, you may have different ethnicities coming together with different expectations about how life should work. I mean, people think, well, I'm from the United States and I'm marrying someone or living with someone from England. We both speak English. Why should that be different? Huge cultural differences. And I think until you look at those and address them, so those combined with, kind of the historical time frame we're in, as well as family of origin issues, you can see how there a lot of meat comes up to work with during marriage. It can be marital counseling that without the marital partner in the room. In fact, I have a married couple I've worked with for quite a few years, and they've only been in the room together once. And they say the counseling's the best thing that's ever happened to their marriage. It's helped improve communication. So it's interesting somehow that sometimes you work with people together, sometimes they choose to work as separate individuals, but you can see changes, based on either mode or model. Some of the concerns that people face in cohabitating or in marriage are emotional and physical intimacy. Those are areas I work quite a bit with people. They may have financial concerns, the way that they use or understand or work with money. Communication is usually one of the largest, and communication, once that's cleared up, usually a lot of other things start coming together. But if you're not able to communicate about the things you're concerned about, then you're likely just to struggle through it. A lot of it would be boundaries. What is my expectation? Does my spouse have time to himself, or we spend 24/7 together? One could come from a family of origin where the parents were together all the time. The other one came from a family where parents were very close, but they took separate vacations, traveled a lot alone. So you're going to have different expectations and different understandings of when the marriage is in trouble. I love working with marriage partners and really love working with them through just the different transitions that marriages tend to take.